looks like Christine Ho.
Hopefully, with that little over the E, yeah.
And the Sinner series, well,
You have to try that.
I'm not only the president, I'm also a client. Oh, I can't help myself.
Lutzbach, which is probably not right either. And Jacob Storm. So where the hell Jacob Storm come
Exactly.
from? Whoever that hell that is.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
It's, wow, I don't know what it is.
Brew.
Well, bruh.
They are horrible.
Undrinkable.
Undrinkable.
Actually.
Yes.
That's a little scandalous.
That's meh. Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're
Gumbo Mud. We're here.
For dark beer.
And today we have another European bottle that you picked up when we said we weren't going to pick up any more European bottles.
I know, I can't help myself.
I know you go crazy every now and then, right?
I do, and I did. The credit card comes out and
You're just
$300 later.
They all look good, right?
Here we are. And they're always the bottles.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, How could I pass up on a beer called Pride from the Sinner series?
Exactly.
Of Amager Bryghus out of Denmark. This is an Imperial Stout, 10% ABV.
Yeah, I mean, how do you pass it up? I mean, we've had obviously some bad experiences with bottles from Europe. They seem to go bad.
I know.
So hopefully this one will be okay, but you kind of had a memory lapse whenever you were going buying it and remembering that.
I know.
We've had quite a few. So hopefully it's good, but I mean, it's a 10% Imperial Stout, so.
That alone,
so good, right?
That alone is impressive.
Right.
And the Sinner series, well,
You have to try that.
I'm not only the president, I'm also a client, right?
Right,
What's
yeah.
that guy used to say?
Exactly.
Was that what he said? The hair club guy?
The hair club guy, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It looked good.
Yes.
It had good reviews. I did look that up.
Yes.
They make a ton of beers, and this is very notable. Their very first beer that they put out was an Imperial Stout. It was like, it was like not devoted, made for someone in particular. I want to say devoted.
Gotcha.
That's not the right word.
Yeah.
But their very first beer was an Imperial Stout, and that's kind of what put them on, on the map for brewing. So, fingers hope that it's good.
Yeah, and obviously we love this area in the world. They love dark beers like Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Like they make a lot of dark beers. So yeah. Okay. So about this brewery, I say Amager Bryghus, which I think is Danish for brew house, is a Danish microbrewery situated on Amager, which I don't know if we're pronouncing that right, but it's an island that's just off of Copenhagen. So it's basically a little island, almost like Manhattan, where there's just a little river that splits Copenhagen from Amager. But it's literally right across from Sweden too. So you have these great views. You're right close to the city.
Yeah.
It's like a nature's lover's place. So that's why it's called Amager Bryghus, is on the island of Amager, if I'm saying Amager right. So anyway, it was founded in 2007 by Morten Valentin Lutzbach, which is probably not right either. So
I like it though.
Yeah, and Jacob Storm. So where the hell Jacob Storm come from? Right? So these two guys opened it up in a warehouse previously owned by the Church of Scientology. Who knew the Church of Scientology was in Denmark, right?
Yeah, that's a little scandalous.
That's crazy. So they partnered up with the Shelton brothers, whoever that hell that is.
Blake?
Yeah, they must be exporters because they started to export to the U.S. And since 2009, they have been on Ratebeer's top 100 breweries since 2009. So
quite the accolade there.
Yeah, so I'm really thinking if this one's bad, like our previous ones, then it's obviously the bottle and the shipping in ultraviolet light, contaminating the beer.
It's not properly stored.
Yes.
It's not temperature controlled.
And obviously we could not like some of their beers, even though they're rated one of the top 100 breweries on Ratebeer. You never know, but we're expecting this to be a really good beer.
In 2017, Amager Bryghus moved to a larger premises at, I'm going to totally butcher this, it looks like Christine Ho, in Kastrup, right, which is right next to the Copenhagen airport.
Yeah.
So great location because
and not too far from where they were. So
yeah, but if you you're on a flight delay or a layover and you want to grab a good beer, you're right there in the area.
Yeah.
Their assistant brewer is Renee Holgren.
Interesting. They would have,
That could be a man or a woman.
Yeah, Renee. Yeah.
Yep.
With that little over the E. Yeah. So they're saying the beer description that they're giving us for this beer is deep black, very full body with rich chocolate notes. Hopefully, well roasted bitterness. So we'll see what that is about. But they boil this for over 6 hours for a fuller and stronger beer, which is interesting. I don't know when you get to the big vats like most breweries do. I just know when we home brew, you mostly only boil for 60 minutes as you add different things, but your boil is only 60 minutes. So this is 6 hours. So that's interesting. So we'll see.
Well, that's where your home brews have gone terribly wrong. Like, what the fuck happened?
Right, maybe you need me to boil for 6 hours.
It was supposed to be a 10% ABV and it's a 4.2.
Maybe, right.
You got to put the time in.
Exactly. So you guys can Google the brewery, and if you're ever in Copenhagen, definitely check them out and try their beers. Obviously, they have a lot of dark beers, so definitely do that and check them out. And let's see how this one goes, right?
Let's go.
Pride.
Center Series.
Let's see what happens here.
You're feeling right at home, aren't you?
Yeah, I see some bubbles in here,
I know.
so we'll see how
it's not going to be flat, I don't think.
Wasn't much on the opening, so
all right.
Let's see what happens here.
I'll give you a nice, fairly aggressive.
That is dark.
It's getting everywhere too. Sorry.
Whoa. Super dark.
Okay, that looks great.
Yeah.
It's full of life. Whether it's good or not is another story. But
and 10% it should be, but it's pretty thick. Yeah.
All right, I got effed a little. All right. I am getting some aroma.
Yeah.
I spilled, so excuse that.
So for appearance, what do you think?
All right, this is a 10%.
Right.
It looks the part to me. Very dark, tan, mocha-colored head.
Yeah, dissipated quick though.
It did.
We've had those, I think, in the other Europeans.
I know.
As soon as you open it, it looks like it has carbonation, then just totally goes flat. But
the bubbles are there, but they're not going to be for long.
But look how big they are. There's really no little tight bubbles.
No.
They're all pretty big bubbles for beer.
Is.
Yeah. So what do you give appearance?
I'm going to start with a 4.
Yeah?
It's definitely dark. It's true to a 10% that way, but not too much as far as lacing, head.
Yeah.
A little bit of carbonation just around the edge. So
Right. Give it a 4. I give it a 3.5. I like how dark it was, but then the carbonation, the way it dissipated, the way it looks, the way there's no lacing, it looks off to me again, like some of the other ones we had. So I'm hoping it's not. It just doesn't quite look right. I love how dark it was though.
Yes.
But the bubbles are really, you don't see these big of bubbles most of the time. I mean, we've almost done 100 reviews and you don't see that. So yeah, so it's throwing me off. So I gave it 3.5. So aroma.
All right.
It was chocolate notes. It was talking about,
It smells really, really boozy. Almost like a hard alcohol, which I'm not a big hard alcohol person, so I can't tell you what booze I'm smelling, but very boozy. Kind of chocolate pudding-ish.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting it. I'm getting like a bitterness.
A slight dark fruit.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, that dark fruit bitterness.
But beyond that, kind of nice.
It's funny because the other ones we've had from Europe that were bad you thought they were boozy too. I remember you saying that, so I'm wondering if that's the case. But so what do you give it?
I'm going to stick with a 4.
4?
I kind of like it.
Okay. I'm going to give it average. I'll give it a 3. I think it's average. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's a little better now that it's airing out, and it kind of almost smells like a regular base stout to me. Nothing too strong. I'm definitely not getting chocolate notes. I was getting a little bitterness at first, but now that's kind of dissipated. So I'm just getting like a base stout. So yeah, I give it an average 3. So
okay.
All right, taste.
Here we go.
You first.
I always go first.
Yeah, I'm not really getting the aroma. Kind of just really went away.
Wow.
Uh-oh. You think it's bad again? Or is it boozy? Like you were saying? What is it? The bitterness? The well-roasted bitterness they were talking about?
Oh, wow.
What do you got?
It's, wow, I don't know what it is. It's like sour, but sweet. It almost is like a old raisin or I don't know. I like fig. I like raisin too, but.
Yeah, it's very dark, fruity, sour, bitter,
sour.
And hoppy. A little, like not a strong hoppy aroma flavor that you would get from an IPA, but yeah, it's got a sour taste to it.
I have a little bit. Again, I've said this before and others. I have a little bit of like dish soap mixed with a Band-Aid. Like everybody knows those aromas. Like it, but that's what I taste almost.
Yeah, it doesn't quite taste like it's gone bad, but it tastes like it's on its way. It does. It has a sour kind of, like I said, like that sour fruit where they go bad kind of flavor to it. It's very, very bitter, but not like a coffee or chocolate bitter. It's a weird bitter.
No, yeah, it's something gone bad bitter.
Yeah, I think once again,
not that bad. You intended to deliver bitterness.
No.
That something went bad in the mix.
And part of the description they were talking about some well-balanced bitterness though, but that's that especially we're gonna get to the finish here, but it's like woo. Yeah. So what do you give it?
I'm going with a 2 on taste.
Yeah.
It's
man.
It is better than some that we've had from other countries, and it's always the glass bottle.
Yes.
So again, we've talked about light getting through.
Yes.
Temperature not
being shipped from there.
Yeah. You're in the back of a hot ass truck or a plane or whatever the scenario is. Something's just off on it.
Yeah.
And I'm committing to not buying these beers anymore.
Yeah.
I see them and I go click crazy. Add to my cart.
Especially the bottles. I'd like to try some in the cans to see if they hold up.
Right.
But so you would give it a 2?
I gave it a 2.
Taste. Yeah, I have to give this a 1. This is not even hardly drinkable for me. I don't know if I'll be able to finish mine. I give it a 1. It's bad. It's so bitter, and it's like a going sour bitter. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's a different bitter than the bitter chocolates or fruits that we've had. It's like a sour.
It's making my tongue and taste buds like do weird things.
Yes.
I feel like I drank a cleaning solution on accident.
Which that's a clear sign whenever you start saying that, when you say the Band-Aid or whatever, it's going bad. So I think this one's going bad too. So yeah, I give it a 1. So what do you think about the texture? Like again, when these go bad, they don't even seem like a 10. Like this is kind of watery, right?
I would say it's more of a 7 on texture.
I don't think it's even that.
Yeah.
It's so watery.
Mine's not so watery. The texture, it's definitely not a 10 to me, but it's more like in the 7 range. But everything else almost just takes away from the texture too. Like there's no creaminess. It's not super light to me. So for that reason, I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5 texture. I think it's below average, so I gave it a 2.5. It does have a little bit of body to it, but it's a 10. It should have a lot of body, and it doesn't at all. So it's definitely below average for me. So I was kind of generous. I gave it a 2.5 because there is still a little body there, but yeah, I give it 2.5. So what about the finish? It's getting worse as I'm drinking it, so I definitely think this bottle's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it gets worse as I keep drinking it. It's going really bad.
Yeah, it's like it's getting worse before our eyes, right?
Yes.
As the review progresses.
As it's airing out since we opened the bottle. Yeah, it's. Oof.
I agree with that. I'm going with a 2 on the finish. It's just the good thing is it's not lingering. That's really the only positive thing I can say about it. It just, it's just not there for me. Like, it leaves no pleasant aftertaste. It's almost, it's like almost becoming acidic. Like
yes.
my tongue kind of burns
yes.
and tingles, and again, the signs to me that it's probably on its way out. But
yeah. So 2? 2. Yeah, it's got this acidic bite to it. It's like,
that's a great word. The bite at the end.
Yeah, it just, I give it a 1. Like, this is like, this is bad. Like, the finish on this beer is awful. And once again, I think it's gone bad because we get a lot of these. We've had quite a few of these beers now from Europe that have great reviews. People love them, and by the time we get them over here, especially the West Coast, all the way from Europe, in glass bottles, they just go bad. As soon as we open them, they seem to be okay, and then, man, in 5 minutes, they're just bad.
I don't know if we've had a good one yet to date. That's why I'm just kind of...
Yeah, they're always in bottles.
As much money as the two of us spend on these beers, like, I just don't know that I want to...
Yeah.
You know, if we're traveling abroad in person,
right.
well, gladly have a draft, but I don't know that I'm going to keep trying these bottles, especially from... other countries.
Yeah, I think if we were actually there, it'd be a totally different story. So for a total, Janet, what do you give Pride from Amager Bryghus? Brew.
Well, brah. I gave it a 3.1 out of 5.0.
So right at average.
Yeah.
You like the way it looked. It looked really dark coming out. And the head was nice.
That was its best attribute by far.
Yeah.
As soon as we started pouring, I got booziness, but it was not, it wasn't beer booziness. It was like they poured hard alcohol into the beer mix.
Yeah.
The flavors were just, everything was just like sour, rotten fruit. And again, this has been our experience with especially glass bottles from other countries. Yes. I'm not pissing on other countries.
No.
I'm not pissing on glass bottles. It's just, this is our experience every time we do it.
Yeah.
And I'm dropping all kinds of money on these beers, and I'm going to be more hesitant to do so in the future because I just don't think that people are careful about storing them properly, keeping them in a temperature controlled environment. And who knows
without
what else.
light, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they should be in cases and things like that, but that's our experience. And you almost have to blame the bottles, I would think, or they just don't keep for, 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Or something, so.
Whatever the variables are, it's just not, I've kind of learned my lesson now.
Yeah, we have a good sample size of these bottles that we get from Europe, and they're all gone bad.
Exactly.
And not only, as soon as we open them, they're a little bad, but by the time we finish the review, they are horrible.
Undrinkable.
Actually. Yes, undrinkable. So that's just a beer gone bad. That's all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, my total was a 3.1.
Yeah.
Again, we started good with appearance. The aroma was good initially, and then got very, hard alcohol, and just it dwindled from there. So not for me.
Yeah. No.
Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm at a 2.2. So obviously this is a bad bottle like we've had before, and we have a good sample size now of these bottles from Europe. So I have no doubt these breweries are great. And if you were there having the draft, I'm sure they're amazing because there's so many good dark beers and good breweries from that region. Like, that's one of the first places I want to go when I go overseas to go beer tasting and stuff is up there in Norway and Sweden and Denmark, and I that's where I want to go. So, and the fishing's good. So, but anyway, so I think this bottle's gone bad, as a lot of our bottles have. So, Gumbo Mud Review is a 2.65. So again, that's even high for a bottle that's going bad because it's, as it airs out and oxygenates and things, it's getting really bad. So, discrepancy, like we usually say. I think this bottle's definitely going bad. We can't even drink it. You barely drink any of yours. So anyway, Gumbo Mud Review is a 2.65 for Pride from Amager. I'm going to keep saying Amager.
Center Series.
The Center Series brew house there out of Copenhagen, Denmark. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely check them out and try to find their beers. If you can get them in cans, and especially cans, let us know, because we definitely want to try some of them in cans and see if they're any difference.
Better
than the
yet,
bottles.
if you live there and have
Yes.
had any of their beers,
Yeah, let us know.
on draft.
Yes.
Like
They sound so good.
To be at the top of the list year after year.
Yes.
Like, I don't doubt that they're putting out just
amazing
banger beers.
Yeah.
But, you know, the transport from Denmark to Southern California was an epic fail. And,
yeah.
you know, this is our review, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I totally have confidence that these guys know what they're, guys and gals know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we just got a bad batch.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, Gumbo Mud Review is a 2.65. My mouth's not even moving now from it. So, thank you guys for watching this review. Click the like and share button and share it with everyone, and click the subscribe button for more dark beer reviews.
And please find us and follow us on Instagram. It's Gumbo Mud, MUDD. We put out several posts a week, and we do giveaways and other fun stuff. So we look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.